Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jeff. I'll be your facilitator this evening. We appreciate you joining us for this transfer fair. We've got 5 institutions presenting this evening. Each will present for about 6 to 7 minutes. You may ask questions along the way with the Q&A box below. A reminder that if you haven't been in one yet, your video is turned off and your microphone is muted. We don't use the hand raise function. Simply ask questions through the Q&A box below. Ask at any time to any of the institutions. You don't have to wait for them to present. With that being said, I will turn it over to UVA Wise to get us started.
All right, thank you. Okay, can you confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay, all right. Welcome everyone. My name is Jamie Rose and I am the Director of Admissions at UVA Wise. So just want to take a few minutes just to tell you a little bit about UVA Wise. So we were founded in 1954 as a transfer 2-year school for students to go to the University of Virginia. So we've always had that affiliation with the University of Virginia in Charlottesville. We later then started awarding 4-year degrees, but we've always had that affiliation with the university. We only have about 2,000 students and we are all undergraduate degrees, which means that we are a very small campus, lots of personal one-on-one attention from faculty members. You have full-time faculty teaching all of your classes, no grad programs, so no GAs or anything. And we have about a 13-to-1 student faculty ratio. And that was one of the big draws for me. I wanted that small school experience and wanted to be able to talk to professors and them know who I was in the classroom. That was very important to me. A little bit just about where we are located. We are in Wise, Virginia. So this is the very far southwestern tip of the state. We are located in the Appalachian Mountain area. Just to give you some reference points, we are about 3 hours away from Roanoke and we are about 5 hours away from Richmond. You can be in the state of Kentucky in about 30 minutes and you can be in the state of Tennessee in about 45 minutes to an hour. So we have some majors and programs that you can see here. We have recently actually just added, we haven't updated this yet, but we just added exercise science and sports management as majors as well. But you can see all of our majors, minors. You are free to do a major, double major. You can major and minor even if they're from 2 different disciplines. You also can see we have all the pre-professional programs, all the different education tracks as well. And talking about that small class size, you can see in the picture there, that is Professor Mike Shell, who is a biologist, and that is a student. So with small classes, we have lots of personal attention. We also have a very robust research program on campus. So the student there is actually participating in something called a fellowship in natural sciences. So this is a research program where students can apply to work one-on-one with a professor to do undergraduate research. That's a $3,000 paid position. And then when they are finished with that, they're actually published in research journals. So that really helps when you're looking at either professional school applications or grad school applications. We also have a program called Innovate to Elevate. So in the picture there, you can see the iPad. That's actually what I'm using right now. So all of our students, whether you are a new transfer, we also offer this to new incoming freshmen. You get the iPad, the keyboard, and the pencil. So unless you are computer science, software engineer, most all of our students can get by with only using the iPad. So that's free for students to use the entire time they're here. They can keep those once they graduate. The students really love the Notability app. And then it can save students money when you're looking at the cost of textbooks. So athletic programs, you can see our men's and women's programs listed here. We are NCAA Division II. We are in the South Atlantic Conference. So that's important. That means we do offer athletic scholarships to our students. So if you are interested, please reach out to our coaches on the athletics website. Plenty to do on campus. As far as student life, we have over 50 clubs and organizations, very robust outdoor recreation program. They do everything from tandem skydiving, deep sea fishing, whitewater rafting, intramural sports. We have national champs on campus. We actually have a soccer team, which is made up of faculty and staff members called Staff Infection. So you get to play against your faculty and staff members here. So that's very fun. We also have Student Activities Board. They do everything from a Cavapalooza, which is an outdoor carnival, to glow rage paint parties. So plenty of things to keep students involved here. And of course, we have Greek life as well, fraternities and sororities. So a little bit about financial aid. We award over $19 million in financial aid. We have a very great endowment for a school our size, and we have very generous academic merit-based scholarships for our students, and we have specific major scholarships students can apply for as well. So for Virginia residents, we also have a new program we just started this year called Within Reach. So if you are a Virginia resident working towards your first bachelor's degree, you have a family income of $40,000 or less, we will completely cover full tuition and fees for those students. And you just have to be eligible for that through the financial aid process. So we are very proud of that program as well. As far as transfer students and looking at admission requirements, you can do our online application. We also accept the Common App. You can see we have deadlines. It's December if you're spring admission. Definitely February, March at the latest if you're looking to come in fall. For transfer students, if you have more than 30 transferable hours, then we will only look at your college work. If you have less than 30 transferable hours, then we also need official high school transcripts. We do not require SAT or ACT scores because we are completely test optional for the fall. And at the bottom there, you can see kind of our admission stats as far as the number of students that we get. As far as visiting campus, we are open, we are on campus, we are doing in-person campus tours. So you have all of our information here. So please feel free to reach out if you have any more questions. Thank you so much.
Thanks much. Appreciate that, Jamie. Next up, we've got Virginia Commonwealth University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Shanae Cruz, and I am the Senior Associate Director for Undergraduate Recruitment with VCU's Office of Admissions. So, centrally located in Virginia's capital city of Richmond, VCU's location provides its students with unique opportunities that may not be available to students in some of the more remote areas of the state. Our two urban campuses, the main Monroe Park campus and our Medical College of Virginia campus, are both located within 2 hours from Washington, D.C., the mountains, as well as the beach. Let's see. And while we're located in the city, there are many opportunities to get close to nature by maybe visiting one of our local parks or even to the James River. We have 8 Fortune 500 companies located in the city of Richmond, and VCU has over 150 established community partnerships, which gives our students access to many co-curricular and experiential learning opportunities, such as internships, service learning, community service, as well as many post-graduation employment opportunities. So we have a very sizable student population, numbering just over 30,000 students. And of that, approximately 24,000 of those are undergraduate students. Now, one would think with so many students, every class must be huge, and that's not necessarily the case. We actually have an average class size of 28, and our student to faculty ratio is 1:18. 86% of our students are Virginia residents, and we have students from 101 different countries. We have a 45% minority student population, and we offer over 60 undergraduate programs. Those programs are housed in our College of Humanities and Sciences, our College of Engineering, our School of Business, our School of Education, our School of Social Work, our Wilder School for Government and Public Affairs, our School of the Arts, as well as VCU Life Sciences. And then on our MCV campus, we have our School of Nursing, the School of Dentistry, the School of Medicine, as well as the College of Health Professions, the School of Pharmacy as well. So we want to give you a little bit of an idea of what you should, how the profile that you should meet in order to apply and what we're looking for. So at VCU, we don't have an average student or any student that we would consider average. But for general admissions, our priority application deadline for transfer is March 15th, and our spring application priority deadline is November 1st. Now we are on a rolling admissions basis. And what that means is even if one of those dates has passed, such as the November 1st deadline for spring, we continue to accept applications until we meet capacity. We prefer a transfer applicant who has at least 30 completed semester credit hours and a cumulative GPA of 2.5 or higher. However, if you do not have 30 credit hours, then we also ask you to submit your high school information. And for the 2021 school year, we are test optional for all undergraduate students. Please visit our website for more specific information regarding deadlines for our health science programs, as well as their admissions requirements. And please also be advised that some programs may be a little bit more competitive or may require some additional supplemental materials with the application process. And some examples of that would be our College of Engineering or our School of the Arts. Please also be advised that VCU has a number of transfer agreements that with various community colleges, and they are designed to make your transfer, preparation, application, and transition as uncomplicated and straightforward as possible. So I'm going to encourage you to take a screenshot or a photo of this slide with our contact information for the Office of Admissions, as well as the Transfer Center, so that you can reach out to us later to get more information. Our VCU Transfer Center provides course evaluations, pre-enrollment advising, as well as transitional services for students once they transfer to VCU, because it is extremely important to us that you are successful. It isn't just about the application process. I would also like to invite you to take a look at the Office of Admissions webpage and invite you to join us next week for our online virtual open house event. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Thanks so much. Appreciate that. A reminder to all of our participants, you can ask questions along the way at any time to any of the institutions using the Q&A button in below. Next up, we have Virginia State University.
Good afternoon. I am Victoria Nichols, and I'm with Virginia State University. I am the Assistant Director of Recruitment. I will be speaking to you today on the top 10 reasons as to why you should choose Virginia State University. In doing so, I'm going to share my presentation slide with you. Let me just share with you a few. And at the university, we really, as joining us in a transformative experience. Virginia State University is located in Peters, VCU, or 30 miles south of Richmond, Virginia. We are 2.5 hours from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., and for 2.5 hours from that area in the Tidewater, Virginia area. That's just to kind of give you an idea of where we're located. So the next thing I'd like to share with you is what we call that transformative experience, to kind of give you a visual.
You have the power right now to transform your life through education and a commitment to learn. You have the power right now to build a life you love through preparation, hard work, and dedication. You have the power right now to shape your life. No matter how hard it's been, you can always begin again. Do something that your future self will thank you for. Come to Virginia State University.
So,
a transformative
although the I in the
experience.
end of that commercial may be kind of creepy, the message is to apply now. So I encourage you to do that. I want to really get to the bread and butter of what you all came here for this evening, which are the top 10 reasons to transfer to an institution, namely Virginia State. I've listed here the top 10 reasons for you to transfer. One of them I will speak to you momentarily, which is the affordable tuition costs. In an article last week, it was basically stating that amongst many of the schools within the Commonwealth of Virginia, Virginia State University has the best bang for your buck. So I will share that information with you momentarily. Also, available housing options to provide housing options for students who may seek residence within on-campus housing or in our apartments that are local to the community. We also offer transfer scholarship and grant options for students. And so that will require some information I'm going to share with you when I discuss the requirement to transfer into Virginia State. In addition to the top 10 reasons, the institution and program-to-program articulations, we have a transfer articulation agreement with the 23 Virginia Commonwealth of Virginia schools to include Richard Bland, but we also have developed many program-to-program articulations outside of the Commonwealth as well. We also have the monthly career service opportunities, which is essential for the students as it does a few things. It also leads to the second or the next blurb, which is the immediate internship opportunities. The career service opportunities and immediate internship opportunities definitely allow you to have the hands-on experience in which you are seeking, so that would allow you to be more marketable upon graduation. We also have the one-on-one advising, in which on our website, you can plug in the courses that you may currently take or have taken previously at your institution to see if they are transferable to Virginia State University. However, the one-on-one advising upon entering Virginia State University will also allow you to be able to speak to what courses will transfer into the curriculum plan that you so desire. We also have the small classroom sizes that will allow for you to have that one-on-one engagement with your professor. There's also the equivalency self-service and also the personable transformative experience in which you just viewed within the last slide. The cost of tuition, as you see here, is roughly $9,154 for, of course, in-state and $20,909 for out-of-state students. So again, this is the cost for the year. And so we are excited about the fact that that tuition can be affordable, but we also assist our students with strong financial aid award packages. Over 96% of our students receive a strong award package that would assist them with their funding as they matriculate at Virginia State University. The information here just really speaks to what type of institution Virginia State is. Virginia State University is a state institution, a land-grant institution, a public institution, and a historically Black college university. As a medium-sized institution, we have approximately 4,385 students that attend, which again allows for us to have a great student to faculty ratio and an outstanding average class size. In addition to that, we have 17 NCAA Division II sports. So any of you who are interested in participating in our athletic opportunities, please know we are very competitive and we appreciate and love to support our teams. But if you are not interested in an athletic sport, just know you can join us in the fan experience. Another opportunity for students that transfer into Virginia State, which allows for you to have a well-rounded experience, would be the 90+ clubs and organizations that we have on our campus. And so students can identify with various honor societies, clubs that support your academic program, sororities, fraternities, community-based activities, those things that would assist you to build upon your resume. We also offer 130+ study abroad programs, which allows our students to be able to market their experience as well. In addition to that, the bread and butter, what you came for, is listed here on the screen. The Guaranteed Admissions Agreement does speak specifically to students within the VCCS or the Virginia Community College System, with students obtaining an Associate of Arts or an Associate of Science degree and meeting the 2.0 admissions criteria. If that is the case, then you will be a part of the guaranteed admissions agreement and will come in as a junior student. If that is not the case and you have an Associate of Science, we will evaluate your transcript. However, we will evaluate on a course-by-course basis. It is going to be important to note that we will require all of the official transcripts from the institutions that you're transferring from to make sure that we are providing a fair transferable credits to your curriculum plan at Virginia State. We also offer a founder scholarship, which is worth $6,500. So the criteria is listed to the bottom right. 3.0, an Associate of Arts or an Associate of Science will get you the founder scholarship. That is renewable as long as you maintain the 3.0. The last thing that I want to share with you is that we are also on rolling admissions, and our application is free. So yes, a part of the free 99 program would mean that you would apply using the link that is listed. Because there is no application fee, you can also note that we will really just need the application, your transcripts from the institutions that you attended. And if you have below 30 credit hours, we will contact you to let you know we need the high school information to support your college transcripts. Our deadline is listed for the spring as December 15th. For the fall, it is July 15th. Please know that we also have automatic scholarship consideration. So when you apply, there is no need to submit an application for scholarship, as we will review you. And if you are eligible, we will share that information. Also, because we are on rolling admissions, please note that instead of early action, if you apply and you are admissible, we will share that information with you. We have the capability of sharing that status with you within 24 hours or when your application packet is complete. Contact information is listed. However, I will also put my specific contact information in the chat. Thank you so very much for listening to this presentation, and I hope to be in contact with you soon.
Thanks so much, Victoria. Next up, we have Virginia Tech University.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Let's get this rolling here. So hello, everyone out there. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us on this evening. I'm Jared Delaney from Virginia Tech, and I serve as the transfer coordinator and senior assistant director of undergraduate admissions, meaning I get the privilege of helping transfer students through the process at Virginia Tech. If you're looking to transfer from another four-year institution, a community college, no matter where you are, me and the transfer team are happy to support you in that journey. There's my contact info on the screen, as well as the link to the transfer homepage. And I'm gonna be sharing a lot of information pretty quick and going through some resources and links. You can get to all of these right from the transfer admissions homepage, vt.edu/admissions/transfer. So to give you a quick overview of Virginia Tech, in case you're not familiar, we're located in Blacksburg, Virginia. That is Southwest Virginia. We have 37,000 total students. We are a large public state institution. We have about 30,000 students at the undergraduate level, so sizable graduate population as well. In terms of academic programs, more than 90 transfer programs that you can pursue. And when you look at the ways you can customize your degree and your major, more than 200 options actually for you to explore. So a diverse array of programs, no matter what you're looking for, you'll find it at Virginia Tech. We have also, outside of the classroom, have over 900 clubs and organizations. So pretty much anything you can imagine, any hobby that you have, any interest that you pursue now, or something you've always wanted to try, you can do that at Virginia Tech. Find others who are interested in those things. Great way to meet friends or try new things and expand your horizons. In terms of thinking about transferring, there's never been a better time to transfer to Virginia Tech. We have a sizable transfer student population on campus at any given point, and welcomed about 1,200 transfer students this year in our fall class. That means about 1 in 7 students who earns a Virginia Tech degree currently began their journey as a transfer, which is pretty cool. In terms of those academics, I don't have time to talk about every single program you can study, but I just wanted to highlight kind of the groupings and some of the strengths here. The related majors are grouped into what we call academic colleges. So you'll see that we have strong programs in agriculture and life sciences, in architecture and urban studies, the College of Engineering, which is the most popular destination for our freshmen as well as our transfer students, a huge College of Liberal Arts and Human Sciences, the #1 College of Natural Resources in the environment in the whole country, a fantastic and top-rated college of business as well. Big College of Science, which pioneers all of our research. We are the largest research institution in the state of Virginia. And then we have fantastic graduate options as well, as I mentioned. So if you want to go to med school, you want to get a master's, a PhD, you want to go on to veterinary school, you can do that at Virginia Tech. Now, some really important resources for you to know about if you're thinking about transferring and want to make sure you're on the right track. The first thing I want to highlight is that academically, Virginia Tech, we do things a little bit different when thinking about the transfer process. We are not looking at your high school work, your high school grades, your SAT, ACT, regardless of the number of credits that you will present. Now, on the flip side of that, we expect that you will have done significant work at the college level before you transfer, and that you've prepared specifically for the major you want to come into. You can't apply into an undecided program as a transfer. And the kind of good part is you get to come right into the major that you want, but we're going to have some expectations for you. Now, we lay those out on what we call our transfer roadmap. So you can go to that link, check out the roadmaps. There's one for every program. See if there are any requirements. Some programs don't have requirements. Others may have several that you need to meet before you'll be able to present a competitive application. You can see additional recommendations, further points of contact for your program. Just a great way to help get started with planning out a successful pre-transfer schedule. In terms of thinking about your credits and your classes a little bit further, you can also use the resources provided by the Office of the University Registrar, specifically our transfer guide and the transfer equivalency databases there. You can check out, if you got credit from a Virginia community college, how any of those classes will transfer to Virginia Tech. You can look up your credit from other schools if you've attended other institutions around the state, around the country. And you can check out things like AP credit, CLEP credit, the types of scores that you need to earn specific credit for classes at Virginia Tech. I want to just highlight briefly that there are tons of programs to help support new transfers and help build community amongst transfers. Once you make it to Virginia Tech, a transfer student organization is one of those 900. A living learning community, if you're looking for on-campus housing, we do have that. Space is limited, but there is an on-campus option. Most of our transfers are living off campus. There's a peer mentor program you can join that is free for you, and all kinds of other great stuff. Check out that advising website for more information. Again, check out the transfer homepage as well for links to all of this and more. Now, if you're thinking about applying, you need to know about the deadlines and the process. So here is a look at the deadlines. You can see them there, when you got to apply, when you can expect to hear. Virginia Tech is not on a rolling basis, so you do have to meet those deadlines, and everybody is notified generally at the same time or around the same time. You can see which programs are available for each entry term on the website that we've got there, the transfer available majors, and you can find step-by-step instructions on how to apply on our transfer application checklist. That is maybe the most important resource if you're going to be applying. It's step-by-step guidance. I know people hate reading the instructions, but it is so helpful, and we'll make sure that you're not missing any key parts. There are two major components of applying. You're going to submit an application through Common App, as well as a separate self-reported academic record, where you're going to tell us about all the college work and grades that you've earned and the work that you have in progress or planned before your start at Virginia Tech. So more information there on the website. Here's a snapshot of the cost of attending Virginia Tech: in-state tuition fees, room and board, as well as out-of-state. Now, that room and board piece is based on if you were living on campus, maybe in that transfer experience living learning community, but there are options to fit an array of budgets and amenities and things like that off campus, and some resources that we provide to help you connect with those. Now, in terms of the cost and understanding, the Office of Scholarships and Financial Aid, finaid.vt.edu, is your place to go if you want to look for different cost calculators and see about fees and different tools that can help you locate things on how to pay for college. And we'll talk about that here in just a second. There it is. So in terms of scholarships, the good news is there is money to help you pay for your time at Virginia Tech, but there's certain things you got to do, and sometimes that means taking some action earlier in order to be eligible for the most support possible. So the admissions application deadline for summer and fall you saw was March 1, but the scholarship deadline is January 22nd. You got to apply for admission first. So get your application done, get it in early. That way you'll have time to submit the scholarship application by January 22nd. You're also going to want to do the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, by January 22nd as well. Now, there's a lot of reasons why students choose Virginia Tech. You can check out all the statistics of success and employment, which are very important and salient. But my favorite one there is at the bottom, that retention rate, which is a fancy way of saying what percentage of students come to Virginia Tech and come back after their first year, both our students coming as freshmen, as well as our transfer students coming back. Over 90% and actually over 93% for this last year's class. We just got the data back. And that's because Virginia Tech is not this one size fits all institution, but the diversity of academic student life, the fully customizable options that you have allow you to be in the driver's seat and design that experience for yourself. So no matter what you're looking for, big, small, how you want to focus your education and your time at Virginia Tech, you get to do that. And so you're going to find the spaces and places where you can grow and where you're going to be happy and successful. So stay connected with us. Again, the transfer homepage is a great resource. You can reach out to me directly if you have questions about the transfer process. Follow us on social media. Give us a call at the office. Send us an email to the admissions address. We have a lot of folks that will help you navigate the process. So thanks for tuning in and take care.
Thanks, Jared. Appreciate that. Again, reminder to students, feel free to ask questions in the Q&A box below. Next up, we have Virginia Wesleyan University.
Awesome. Well, hello and good evening to everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Stephanie. I'm Senior Enrollment Counselor at Virginia Wesleyan University. Few things about us. We are actually the only university in the United States with the marlin as a mascot. So as the saying goes, once a marlin, always a marlin. There's lots of tigers, lions, and bears out there, but we're the one and only marlin. A few things about Virginia Wesleyan. We're Coastal Virginia's premier university of the liberal arts and sciences, founded in 1961. We are affiliated with the United Methodist Church. It's where we get our name, but it's not a requirement for attendance. We don't require students to take any religious classes, but if that's something that excites you, we definitely have a thriving Marlin Ministries on campus and ways to get involved in fellowship. We are extremely proud of our nomination as a top 25 liberal arts institution in the United States for our ethnic diversity. Our campus reflects the real world, even though we're a smaller size school. Even myself as a Wesleyan graduate coming down to Virginia from New Jersey, it really expands your horizons in terms of engaging with people who are different than yourself and come from different walks of life. So we're extremely proud of that accolation. So the liberal arts, why is this important? So throughout the entire curriculum, no matter if you're studying social work, business, psychology, communications, the emphasis is really cultivating on those types of soft skills like problem solving, creative thinking, using critical thinking, and also communication skills. These are highly valuable soft skills, transferable skills that employers are looking for. We are at liberal arts with a twist, so our classes are 4 credits apiece, but don't worry, especially if you're transferring in, we're a very transfer-friendly institution. So if you're taking, your general education classes, your classes will satisfy your coursework here at Virginia Wesleyan. And satisfy the course content. So you're all set as long as you earn a C or higher in those classes. Moving forward, this is kind of a breakdown of what our majors and minors and other concentrations are. We do have about 39 majors, 30 minors, and several pre-professional programs. So we do focus in on honing in on those undergraduate studies. And we do have pathways and different tracks if your goal is to get into engineering school or law school or pharmacy school or veterinary science. So we have all of the prerequisite classes that you would need for a graduate program. We're really excited. This year we've launched a new nursing program. We also have some great partnerships at Old Dominion University and engineering and other schools throughout the Commonwealth. The Lighthouse is my favorite space to talk about because this is your center for exploration and discovery. Taking what you're learning in the classroom and putting it into practice, which is so important, not just for a resume, but making the most out of your experience as an undergraduate student, like doing internships and focusing in on career development, like resume building and doing mock interviews, undergraduate research. This is student driven. So we've had students produce research that's been published in peer-reviewed journals, and they have grants to help students with their travel and also fund their supplies. Study away, even if you're maybe afraid to spend a whole semester abroad, or maybe it just doesn't fit into your plan of study. You can still do a short-term study away with a faculty-led trip. And the Lighthouse, they have different grants and scholarships that you can apply for to help fund your programs. We are a growing institution. In the last 5 years, we've spent nearly $70 million on campus enhancements, which this has come entirely through private donors and fundraising that the institution has completed. So none of your tuition dollars is going towards these types of projects. I definitely invite you to come to a campus visit, because not only do you get a $1,000 visit grant for coming and spending the day with us at Virginia Wesleyan and seeing our beautiful park-like campus, but you get to experience these new types of amenities. And then our location, we are at the crossroads of Norfolk and Virginia Beach. So maybe about an hour and a half away from Richmond, and about 3.5 to 4 hours away from Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. So locally here, there's lots of fun engagements through cultural festivities and lots of restaurants. There's a lot of fun things to do in our area. But more importantly, for your educational purposes, we have local access to different Fortune 500 companies, international companies, nonprofits. Depending on what your area of study and your discipline is, we probably have that here in the Hampton Roads area. 300-acre campus. So campus is pretty big, but it's very park-like. And we are patrolled 24/7 by our own campus safety officers. Now, tuition, obviously money plays a huge part in where you decide to go to school. So I can rest assure you that no student that I can name off the top of my head has paid that sticker price. And the reason being is because each student who's accepted to Virginia Wesleyan receives a merit scholarship that's based on the college GPA. That is your cumulative GPA from any and all institutions that you have previously attended. Now, obviously, hopefully you are familiar with the FAFSA. The FAFSA tells us your need-based aid, and this can include your Pell Grant, other student loans, but you also get a $1,000 FAFSA grant simply for filing your FAFSA and sending it to us. There's also other various scholarships that our Director for Transfer Enrollment, Nadine, is glad to share with you. So I hope you apply and she can get those resources to you as well. Now, this is kind of a breakdown. This data is through SCHEV, which is the governing agency for higher education in Virginia. You can see the sticker price at the top. The average institutional award is about $24,000. So that brings the adjusted cost just below the average cost for a state school. So this just goes to show it kind of depends on each student, but possibly attending a private school could be more affordable for you as an individual than, say, a state school. We also have some adult programs like evening and weekend and online classes. This is more focused for working adults, but it's definitely flexible if this is interested to you, but there's a limited number of majors offered. If you apply for evening and weekend, I would be your enrollment counselor and of course provide you some more information about that. So the application process, our application is free. You do have to apply on our website, vwu.edu, and we require you to send all official transcripts from previously attended schools. There's no hard deadline. We're rolling admissions, so send us all of your materials and we'll get you a decision within a matter of a couple of days and get the ball going from there. We also have fair transfer guarantees. So if you're coming to Virginia Wesleyan with an Associates of Arts, Science, or Fine Arts from a VCCS institution, you're guaranteed junior class status. So all of your lower division general education is fulfilled and you don't have to satisfy any sort of foreign language requirements. So take a snapshot of this screen. This is the contact information. Like I mentioned before, Nadine Whiteshook, she's our Director for Transfer Enrollment. Myself, Stephanie Herron, I'm Senior Enrollment Counselor. We're here to help you out throughout the process, so don't hesitate or be shy to get some more information from us. Thanks for listening. Hope to get your application in soon.
Thanks, Stephanie. Appreciate that. Finally, I want to say thank you to all of our participants for joining us this evening. A reminder that this has been recorded. You can access it up to, in about a week from now on the same link that you used to register for the program. Again, I want to thank UVA-Wise, Virginia Commonwealth, Virginia State, Virginia Tech, Virginia Wesleyan for joining us this evening. Thank you for joining us as participants. Everybody have a great night and stay safe. Bye-bye.